Elite 66. Who would have thought? After all this time of not getting any figures, I mean, it seems like it's been months on end here in Australia, and finally, these show up in stores. You know how we go. We got to get into this review, so let's do it. Bam, bam. And taking a look at the figures in their packaging, as we do here on the channel. On my left, you can see Mr. Kurt Angle, and on the right, we have Kevin Owens. And here's a couple of snapshots of me actually finding the figures in store. Yeah, check it out. And yes, if you're wondering, I did pick up the entire set. However, I've chosen to review these two, which you see in front of you here today, because these are my two personal favorites out of the set. And more importantly, if you want to stay up to date with me, the best way to do so, as opposed to YouTube, is to follow my Instagram. I'll put a link up on screen. Go to that. Go give me a follow. I would appreciate it ever so much. And it's the best way to see me post anything WWE action figure related. Not to mention anything I might happen to find in stores too goes up there straight away. So yeah, go check it out, guys. But now, going on to the review, taking a look at the figures, we can see they come with interchangeable hands here. These interchangeable hands are now an integral part of the WWE Elite Series line. They are replacing these little bonus display stands that we used to get. I wasn't really a fan of these because I think they're kind of bulky and take up more room than anything. Whereas with these interchangeable hands, they add a whole new level to posability with the figures, which is great for collectors like myself who like to display them. So yeah, you know what? Thumbs up, Mattel. Good move there. I like that. Now, to looking at these figures in front of you, you can see they come with shirts, each of them, but both of these shirts are different. So Kurt Angle's shirt right here is actually a rubber shirt, whereas Kevin Owens' shirt right here is actually a cloth shirt. So I'd say I'm more in favor for cloth shirts because it's just a bit more better quality-wise. But you know what? Taking a look at this Kurt Angle figure up front, you can see there is some crazy detail that's gone into making this figure. And honestly, he didn't even need to come with a shirt. This is just a nice bonus. I can already tell this figure is insane. I mean, it's going to get a high review score. You can believe that. Take a look at the chest there. Even there's like that sculpt work that went into the attire. Absolutely nuts. Anyway, taking a look at the back of the packaging, who else we've got in the series? You can see Nikki Cross, AJ Styles, and then finally the Bludgeon Brothers, Rowan and Harper. And I must say, this has got to be one of the very best sets that I've ever seen in WWE Elite line. Every single figure is detailed to perfection. I mean, it is just absolutely amazing, all the work that's gone into each individual figure. Absolutely insane. And even though there's no flashback figure, you know, I'm going to be honest, I think this is quite possibly one of the best series that we've seen in the WWE Elite line. Yep, I'm saying it. Anyway, those are the figures. Now it's time to get them up out of the packaging and take a more closer look at each of them. I thank you very much for watching. Stick around for more. And first up, we're going to be taking a look at Kurt Angle. Going to have him displayed to similar what he was looking like in the packaging. Before we take a look at the actual figure, if anyone's wondering, this is the shirt he came with, and it just says Raw, and then on the back it's just plain. But yeah, that's the rubber shirt. Not going to bother putting that on because, like I was saying, this attire, I mean, it's just everything. Get a look at it up close there. You can see that fine sculpt work. It's the little things that matter, and it definitely makes a huge difference on this figure. I mean, look, even the zip there, even the zip is sculpted on. That is absolutely insane. I don't think I've said that enough. Really love this figure. Taking a close look at the face scan, it's, you know, it's not too bad, pretty decent. But if there's one gripe I had about this figure, I'd say it's the arms. I mean, at this time, Kurt Angle wasn't really all that crazy muscular. Maybe, sure, back in the day, but this is a more current version of his, and he definitely don't got arms like this. So that's probably the one problem with the figure. And also you can probably tell too, you know, they're not the same paint as like what's on his body. Arms are completely different, but maybe, you know, it's not really a huge deal. You can only probably notice that now because I've got a light on over him. So when you pose him, not really a major thing, but just something worth pointing out. And yes, the interchangeable hands. I like these pointing finger hands, as you can see he comes with. I think it's great, and they easily come off just like so, just like that, and then just snap right back in like this. Yeah, so that's the figure there. Getting a look at the bottom half of the attire, as you can see, stars and stripes. He has the Kurt Angle A logo there on each side of him. Also in the middle there, he has the stars knee pads, which I think look absolutely incredible as well too. And then the cherry on top of the cake is getting a look at these boots. Even the laces are sculpted in. It is just amazing the lengths that Mattel have gone to making sure that this figure is just so incredibly detailed. Like, so good. Anyway, that's Kurt Angle. On to Kevin Owens now. So here we go, taking a look at Mr. KO himself, Kevin Owens. I've put him in that cloth shirt that he comes with. And yeah, as you can see, he looks quite nice, not too bad. So getting a closer look, here is a look at the face scan. Also very decent. The beard isn't really too pronounced as opposed to some other figures of his that it usually is. But it looks good. It's a good looking Kevin Owens. If you haven't got a Kevin Owens, this is a great place to start with this figure. I'll remove this little cloth shirt of his and we'll get a look at the Fight Anyone shirt up close. As you can see there it is. Fight Anyone has the KO logo on the back. Not really a fan of these shirts that he comes in. Like, personally, I wish we got a cloth sleeveless shirt, so that way, you could actually get that like chest movement, which these figures are meant to have, but it's pretty much impossible with these rubber shirts. And I've pointed that out in a previous video reviewing a figure of his. So yeah, not much has changed, but oh well. And then on the shorts, you can see K there, O there, nothing on the back, completely plain and black. And then the boots also exactly that, plain and black. And yeah, that's Kevin Owens. All the tattoo detail there, even like on the hands, you can see he has the tattoos over his fingers. Of course, Kevin Owens now has more tattoos here, but I guess for the time being, this is a really cool Kevin Owens figure, so I like it. Nice. Okay, so I have the two figures here side by side, but before we get into giving them a final review score from 1 to 10, I'm going to be showing you my previous versions of each of these figures, starting off with Elite 59 Kurt Angle. Now, I've reviewed this guy previously on the channel, and the one thing I couldn't get over is how awesome this jacket is, and I still stand by that. Even the gold medals that you get with him as well too. And as nice and simple as this attire is, it just really cannot beat the newer version, being the Elite 66 right here. This is definitely the better version. And whereas with the Kevin Owens, the previous version of him I have is this here, the WrestleMania Elite. Honestly, like, everything is very, very similar. The only major difference, and I'll kind of compare the two here for you, is, as you can see, the beard's a bit more pronounced here on the previous version, whereas on this one it's more of like a stubble. So not really a huge difference. And then, of course, the hair, it's more of a fade on this guy, whereas this one, it's more of like a fuller haircut. But either way, the difference is really just in like the face scan. This one looks a slight bit more realistic. This one's just a bit cartoonish for my liking. So yeah, well, even when it comes to the previous Kevin Owens, still the newer one is slightly better. Now, final review score for each of these guys. Starting off, Kurt Angle, from 1 to 10, he gets a 9.8. Oh, so close to being a perfect 10. I know. But unfortunately, I'm going to mark it down just for the arms and the slight skin tone difference. It isn't perfect, so therefore it doesn't get a perfect score. But come on now, 9.8 is pretty damn good. And I'm going to go on a whim here and saying that this is actually the very best Kurt Angle figure you can own. If you don't happen to have this Elite 59, then this is the one you want to get. So I'm going on record saying that. Then, as for Kevin Owens, I mean, the face scan, it's only ever slightly better than the previous. The attire, still very similar. 1 to 10 for Kevin Owens, he gets a 6. Yeah, maybe he's just getting a 6 as opposed to Kurt Angle, which is near perfection on his left there. But, yeah, I don't know. It's nothing spectacular, but it's a 6. What do you want? Anyway, this has been the review for both of these Elite 66 figures, which you see in front of you today. I thank you very much for watching. If you like what you've watched, then maybe feel free to subscribing to the channel here. Hit that notification bell so you can be informed whenever a new video goes live on the channel. I thank you very much for watching. Have a great day. Bye-bye.